everyone, and welcome to Cambridge Isanti High School for CTN's live coverage of the girls basketball season opener as the Blue Jackets host the Coon Rapids Cardinals. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro sideline for tonight's action, and Howie, two teams obviously trying to start with a win.
Yeah, coaches talked to both of them, obviously, and they're not sure exactly what they're going to see here in that first game. Cambridge Isanti comes in with a lot of experience coming back, and they're not a big club, but they're very experienced. They're going to work it, they're going to press you, and they're going to try and lead their defense to offense.
Well, the Blue Jackets, they were a 16-10 basketball team last season. Coon Rapids just 3 wins on the year, but one of those wins was in the season opener against Cambridge Isanti. And the Cardinals also have some key pieces coming back and a new head coach, Tom Wico.
Yeah, and Tom, we're obviously familiar with, been in the program for a while, and really a good choice to come in after Deb Peterson left to take over this program. And, we talked to him again today. He's got dealing with a few injuries, but he's got some players that are coming back, certainly led by one Nicole Post. And Nicole is averaging a little over almost 5 points a game and a little over 5 rebounds a game last season. So she's listed on the program at 6'4". They're going to obviously need her size underneath, because one of the keys as this game unfolds is rebounding, and that's what they want to do.
Well, and there's a couple of key prospects on the other bench, including their post player starting in front of her home crowd for her senior season. She's going to want to have a big impact.
Yeah, Janice Watson, she's a good ball player. Averages a double-double, 10 points a game and 10 rebounds a game. So this is a player for Cambridge Isanti that the Cardinals are going to really have to be aware of where she is on the court. They're going to try and use their size. They've got a couple of girls over 6 feet. They're going to try and use their size to negate what she does underneath the basket.
The season tips off right after this. Cardinals and the Blue Jackets next on CTN.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then just follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Keep up with local news, sports, and events, and the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
Back at Cambridge Isanti High School, just moments away from tip-off of the 2019-20 girls high school basketball season. Cardinals, the long trip up 65 to take on section rival Cambridge Isanti. The Blue Jackets, as we talked about, a 16-10 club last year, hoping they can improve on that. Tom Wico takes over the program that he had been the assistant of for Coon Rapids for a number of years. In his debut behind the bench, there's his starting lineup. Sid Kerr, Macy Holland, Rowan Tom, and then Nicole Post and Ella Georgie up front. Georgie not quite as tall as Nicole, but she's going to have a little stronger presence perhaps down low.
Well,
and that's a couple of girls that have long arms that are going to be doing some defending underneath. And on the flip side, Jackie Olander and Miranda Brager are the guards, along with Amy Shefforgan. Molly Hennon and Jana Swanson are up front. Molly Hennon, we don't believe any relation
Molly, not
to,
a relationship to Neil.
To highlight
relation.
Hennon.
You had a look at head coach Jody Liedall for the Blue Jackets here. He's And these two teams actually started the season off last year at Coon Rapids, a 39-32 win for the Cardinals to start their season off right. But as you mentioned, the Blue Jackets went on to win 16 games last season. They've had a successful one, and they're bringing back experience, looking to continue to build on that success as they start the 2019-2020 season.
And if I'm not mistaken, the Blue Jackets were nicked up to start the season, missing a couple of players in that opening game. But Coon Rapids, bit of an underdog coming in, but talking to the girls last week about starting the season, they don't mind being underdogs. And they hope they can turn some heads here tonight. And we will see Swanson against Post to tip it off. Post wins it back to Holland. Coon Rapids, the opening possession, plays up court against Hennen. Left side pass looking for Care. Tipped away out of bounds by Olander.
Yeah, Olander did a nice job of getting in the passing lane to get a hand on the basketball to force the Cardinals to throw it in front of the Blue Jacket bench.
Care will inbound it to Tom near midcourt. She will set the offense. Coming out on defenses. Brager right side now for Holland. Holland puts it on the floor against Hennen. Back up top for Post. And Rowan Tom will reset the offense for the Cardinals. Brager giving her some space. Ella Georgia high on the left wing. Here's Holland. One dribble. Tried to get it into Post. Tipped away. Tipped right back to her. Nice play by Sid Care. Open look from the three-point line for Georgie is off the mark, and the rebound by Hennen.
Coach Wico told me that the kids have the green light to shoot when they have the opening. And you saw Georgie take the shot from the top of the key.
Chef Organ dribbles into the paint. Her shot off the back iron. Tipped around. Still loose on the floor. Post able to get it for the Cardinals and kick it out to Tom. And she will head up court. Left side for Macy Holland. Holland working against Hennen, looking for some help. Kicks it back out. Nicole Post will wait for Tom and hand it off there. Into the post for Nicole Post. Goes to her left hand and scores off the backboard.
Yeah, nice little move to get herself some space. She's able to create that opportunity for the layup. The Cards take the early lead. The Cards would love to get this early lead and put the pressure on the
Ball
Blue Jackets.
Tipped. Cardinals control. Sydney Care on the run. Tried to get it over to Holland. It was kicked away, and that'll stop play. Care trying to throw it over the defense. It was tipped right back to Post. Her jump shot bounces around but falls out. The rebound by Swanson. And up court comes Olander. Into the corner for Brager. Chef Organ turns against Post. Partially blocked. Recovered by Care. And Care will carry for the Cardinals. Down low. Post. Quick jump shot is good. 4-0 Coon Rapids.
And again, I like that. They find Nicole down low at the edge of the basket, and she's able to use her height to create that shot.
Work around to the left corner, Chef Organ. Back up top for Olander. Steps in, her shot rolls across the top of the rim and out. The rebound by Post. And Care into the front court to Georgie, back out to Macy Holland. Holland bumped, maintains control. Looking for room in the paint, leaves it off. Post a little mid-range jumper, and that will roll out. The rebound by Swanson.
Well, they're doing a nice job defensively, limiting to one opportunity for the Blue Jackets.
Olander quickly down court, draws the foul. She'll go to the line to shoot two.
The first infraction of the evening on either squad. It goes on Post, so it'll be her first. Of course, the team first.
All five starters for the Blue Jackets are seniors. And Olander gets the first points of the season from the free throw line.
Coach Liedall said to me, he says, really our experience, we hope that pays off this season. And what we did, the good things that we did last year will carry over.
Second one is short. Rebound tipped around. A foul called as Post went down. Foul's going to go against Molly Hennon of the Blue Jackets.
Right off our camera op, Mike Burlingame. Wouldn't have it any other way. It's a good thing he's wearing that helmet.
Care's pass intercepted by Swanson. Numbers for Cambridge Isanti. Hennon in the corner. Back to Olander. Now up top. Three-pointer for Shefforgan. Well off the mark. Rebound controlled by Georgie. And a great opportunity for the Blue Jackets. Not able to take control with the 3v1.
And a couple of turnovers.
And give Cambridge Isanti credit. Getting hands in passing lanes. Deflecting things. Seen Coon Rapids do the same early on in this ball game. Shefforgan is blocked away. Goes back to Olander. Fake got Post in the air, and Post a second foul early.
Yeah, really early, and that's something that Coach Weigle's going to have to be concerned about with Nicole Post. 2 quick fouls.
First substitution as Grace Henneman comes in to replace Macy Holland. Inbound goes to Hennon, back underneath. Shefforgan steps under Post, blocked away by Georgie, and then the foul. And Shefforgan will go to the line to shoot 2.
See the way we play, the nice look underneath, and there's the contact by Georgie.
Shefforgan hits the first one easy.
Shefforgan is the transfer from St. Francis that came in here this season, gives the Blue Jackets another quality varsity basketball player.
Second one off the mark. Nicole Post with the rebound, gets it to Rowan Tom, and Tom will bring it across midcourt for Coon Rapids. Watched by Brogger. Right side for Georgie. Up top, Sid Kerr. She'll take the 3. It's short. Rebound, Swanson. Olander quickly to transition to offense. Brogger into Swanson, turns and shoots, and scores.
And that's what Swanson offers you underneath, is that ability to score quickly off the turn. That ties it up.
Grace Henneman along the baseline, gets it to Nicole Post. A 14-footer is just short. Swanson able to push the rebound over to Olander, and she wants to run again. Olander right down the paint, left-hander too much, rolls right off the iron. Covered by Post. Up court quickly to Georgie, the pass behind Kerr, and the Cardinals turn it right back over.
Yeah, some early turnovers by Coon Rapids. And of course, first game, obviously, and both teams working things out as this game unfolds. Coach Liedall certainly doing that as well. And
Peyton Larkin and Brooklyn Terwilliger first off the bench for St. Francis. This is Terwilliger up top for Larkin, right side for Olander. Into the middle, Swanson spins, fouled, and that's number 3 on Nicole Post. We got Jenny and Tombway getting her first action for Coon Rapids. And Post is going to have to come out.
yeah, she definitely will. You're going to see then a beautiful spin move to the inside by Swanson to get that space.
Game not quite 5 minutes old. Nicole Post with 3 fouls. The free throw by Swanson is short. So far, the Blue Jackets just 2 for 5 from the free throw line.
And we'll see how long that Post is going to have to sit for here in this first half, because there's plenty of time left. 13:07.
She misses them both. The rebound by Holland. Kerr drives and scores, and Coon Rapids back in front.
Yeah, certainly the Cardinals need somebody else to score with or without Post in the lineup, especially without.
Olander back to Terwilliger, and now Olander driving to the baseline on the right side, pulls up, shot is over the top, Tracked down by Ntombwe in the corner. Gets it to Macy Holland. She'll push it up court for Henneman, and then the shot by Kerr is off the mark and out of bounds. But it'll be Coon Rapids ball. Tom, quick three-pointer out of the corner. Rebound and the follow for Macy Holland.
Again, nobody boxing out on the Blue Jacket end, and Holland able to get the easy cleanup. Gives the Cardinals a 4-point lead.
Olander working against Ntombwe. Finds Larkin, left-hander was well off the mark. Good cleanup by Swanson, and she puts it back.
Yeah, Swanson gets such nice position under the basket, and then she's able to use her size, just to push away a little bit without committing the infraction.
Olander with a steal, but not able to keep it in bounds, so Coon Rapids will maintain possession. Again, we see Blue Jackets getting hands in passing lanes. Ntombwe fumbled the inbound pass. Recovered by Terwilliger, and Olander gets it into the front court. Larkin into the corner for Terwilliger. And she is bumped off the ball by Holland, and that'll be another Cardinal foul.
So that should be the 5th team foul on the Cardinals. Just one infraction on the side of the Blue Jackets so far here in this first half. Plenty of time left, 11:41 remaining.
Kylie Hetward checking in for the first time. Olander working against Kerr, right side for Gagne. She lost the handle. Hetward running the other way for Coon Rapids. Pushes it right side for Macy Holland. Inside to Ntombwe, goes up through the screen, can't get the ball to fall. Olander will head back in the Blue Jackets direction, into the middle for Shepforgan. Kicks back out up top. Left side, Terwilliger. Into the middle, Larkin bobbled it a little bit, but able to push it up and in, and we're tied again at 8.
Well, the impressive part of that shot is Larkin did bobble, but she's able to control the bobble and still get her shot off for the bucket, as the Cardinals are going to call the timeout here with 11:04 remaining in the first half. Knotted up at 8. Take another look at that. As watch her, she's going to bobble it, but able to control it, get it settled, and then put it up for the shot. Nice feed inside. Terwilliger did a nice job feeding that ball in. Make sure you check us out on Twitter. Make sure you follow us, because we love to be followed. I follow Joe around all the time.
Coon Rapids with possession. Tie ball game early on in this first half. Season opener for both squads. Macy Holland driving, tried to drop it off her, and Ntombwe wasn't ready for it. Ball recovered by Olander, drives to the other end, scores, plus the foul on Kerr. She'll go to the line for a +1 opportunity.
Yeah, the impressive part about with Olander is that she's able to take that pretty much length of the court, watch her shield her body and still be able to stay under control, pick up the foul, and able to get that shot off for the basket.
And she's able to convert. First lead of the ball game for Cambridge Isanti. Henneman trying to kick it back out to Kerr, tipped away out of bounds, but it got a piece of Kerr, so it'll be another turnover.
Yeah, and wisely, Larkin saw that it came off of Sid Kerr, sorry, and she just wisely let it go.
Olander. Henneman complaining that there wasn't a foul. She was tripped up, but coincidental contact. The three-point shot is off the mark. Tip back to Olander. Nice look to Larkin at the back door. She's fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. This one's going to go against Ntombwe.
You see just a great job of tipping it back out, saving that basketball, and the effort there as she picks up the infraction.
And another missed opportunity from the free throw line, but the Blue Jackets get it back. That shot doesn't go. Tracked down in the corner by Gagne. Olander high on the right side will bring it back up top. Watched by Henneman. Gets it to Larkin. Spins and gives to Terwilliger in the corner. Driving is Olander. She's fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
A lot of team fouls for Coon Rapids here in this first half.
This one's going to go against Grace Henneman.
It's already 8.
Olander hit them both this time. 13-8 the lead for the Cambridge Isanti Blue Jackets. Just under 10 minutes remaining here in the first half. Nice crossover dribble by Hetwer. Tried to get it into Tomway, punched away, and recovered by Gagne. Olander on the run again. Slows down, gives off to Larkin right side. Now gets it back. This is Shefford. Putting it on the floor. Spins, stumbles, and scores. Holland wanted the travel.
Well, so did Coach Wico. He was looking at the officials saying, how did he not call steps there?
Well, she clearly tripped.
Yeah.
And so there was more than 2 steps. But I'm no official. Grace Henneman underneath, blocked away out of bounds.
Oh, you're official.
Henneman inbound from underneath the Blue Jackets net. Gets it to Tomway. Backs out into the right corner. Up top for Rowan Tom. Kylie Hetwer left side. Underneath for Macy Holland in the post. Up against Hennon, and lane violation. Amy Shefford setting up on the left side. Now looks to the paint. Gets inside. Blocked away. Recovered by Ntombwe.
Nice job by the Cardinal defense, just closing in around and getting a hand on the ball.
Rowan Tom for 3, but leaves it well short. Rebound by Shefford. Pushes it up court to Brager. She misses the layup. Rebound punched out of bounds. Coon Rapids ball.
You know, both teams turning the ball over, I'm sure much more to the unlikability of their coach. I don't know what.
Unlikability.
Yeah, the unlikability. I thought about what word am I going to use, and I screwed it up. I figured I might as well just go for it.
You may as well make your own.
Yeah, I'm going to make it up.
Unlikability. Tom trying to get out of the traffic, ends up coughing it up, and the Blue Jackets recover. Brager gets it back from Shefford. Down low, headed. The hook won't go. Hetwer the rebound. Tom on the sidelines, up court, and over the head of Jenny Ntombwe.
Yeah, good thought, because Ntombwe was open underneath the basket, but that pass just too much.
Brager across midcourt, right side for Knight. Into the corner, the cross pass by Carls was intercepted by Ntombwe, and back the other way comes Hetwer. Henneman gets it back from Georgie, back to Georgie in the post, turns. The defense had lost her. She gets the foul as well. She'll go to the line for a chance for a 3-point play.
Well, the Cardinals need a little bit of a spark here, just to try and keep the score close.
And this, the defender gets completely lost right here and kind of forgets about her, and then bumps into her and gets the foul. Cambridge will take a timeout and ice the shooter.
You know, they want to talk about things. They had a little bit of momentum going. They don't want to. They want to try not to lose this momentum here in the first half, but up by 5 with the opportunity for the Cardinals to cut it to 4.
These are crazy nights, Shapiro.
Oh, every night with you, Yund, is a crazy night.
Might be a crazy weather night.
Well, let's hope not. Let's hope everybody says go home safely, not too much snow going on.
Ella Georgie completes the three-point play, cuts the lead to 4. Brager into the left corner for Carls. Up top for Knight. This is Swanson. Tried to spin. Had it poked away. Great save along the sidelines by Hetwer. And Tomway into the front court. Leaves it off for Rowan Tom. She'll set the offense. Post Georgie back out. Three-pointer for Tom. Off the mark. Long rebound. First one there is Carls. She finds Swanson in the lane, and she scores.
That's just the fact defense not getting back on the basketball, allowing the Blue Jackets to take that in underneath.
And Tomway's pass blocked by Swanson, but got through to Georgie. Georgie looking for some help. Goes to the far corner for Hetwer, up top for Rowan Tom. And now on the right side, Georgie. And Tomway's shot missed the mark. Rebound by Carl.
Again, just take your opportunity to finish underneath the basket.
Knight thought about the shot. Instead, passes to the corner for Carls. To Swanson. Swanson lays it up and in.
Yeah, she has 8 of the 19 Blue Jacket points here in the first half.
Swanson was actually trying to play that off of a Cardinal and out of bounds. Instead, she gets an assist to Miranda Brager driving all alone, and it's a 10-point lead.
Another turnover.
And another steal. Open look for Carl. She'll take it and knock it down. 24-11. Cambridge Isanti.
Yeah, and the Cardinals are going to take another timeout to talk about things after they had cut that lead to, I believe it was 4. And the Blue Jackets did a nice job of getting out there and increasing this lead now to 24-11.
Well, they got it down to 4.
Yep.
And then 9 straight points.
Yep.
And relatively quickly, but it's been a 20-3 run over the last several minutes.
Take another look at that. I mean, the Blue Jackets, as you mentioned, they went on that run. The nice delivery underneath Swanson. And you can see Swanson again get that little bit of a hook. And now the somewhat
she
of an
was
assist.
trying to get it off of Rowan Tom and out of bounds, and Tom kind of pulled up. And that just put it right into the wheelhouse for Brager, and just a wide open look there before the timeout for Kelsey Carls. She gets her first points of the 2019-2020 campaign.
Yeah, it was a nice run by the Blue Jackets to open up that lead.
Holland trying to set the offense. Sid Kerr on the right wing. Pass too high for Henneman. Another turnover by the Cardinals.
Yeah, I mean, again, you work things out. First game, number of turnovers for Coon Rapids, and those are things that Coach Wico obviously does not like. and he will continue to work on those, but the Cardinals have to avoid that opportunity.
Swanson to Shefford on the left. Gets a pick. No open look. Gets it to Olander. Olander back to Shefford at the top. Tried to kick it back out. Henneman got in there, and Henneman gets fouled. It'll go against Olander, who crashed into her going after the loose ball.
So that will be just the third team foul on Cambridge Isanti. They've got a ways to go before they're giving up the bonus.
Underneath for Georgie, she can't finish. The rebound by Knight. Knight tied up by Rowan Tom. Blue Jackets will keep it on the possession arrow.
Georgie first got a hand on there, and then Rowan Tom did a nice job of just hanging onto the basketball to force that jump ball.
Olander comes up court against Henneman. Rotate to the corner for Swanson. Back up top, Shefford. Kicks it back out. Knight for three. That's well short. Rebound and a great job by Georgie tying her up. As she went up for the shot, Georgie just held her there. Holland caught in the trap and forced to travel.
When her shoe came off, and she was trying to fix that just before the inbound pass.
Into the corner for Brager, up top for Shefford. Left side, Swanson. Squares up against Georgie, now puts it on the floor. Olander into the paint, kicks it out. Three-pointer for Shefford is off the mark. Hetwer controls the rebound and gets it to Rowan Tom. Three-pointer for Kerr is off the mark. Great rebound by Henneman, but the follow won't go. Swanson gets it for the Blue Jackets. Olander speeding to the other court end and then outran herself a little bit. It's called for the walk. Turns it back over to Coon Rapids. Hetwer slowly across midcourt, looking for Georgie underneath. Tipped away, but right to Henneman. She's fouled and will go to the line to shoot two.
An opportunity to earn points from the stripes. Really important for the Cardinals here, trailing by 13. Stuck on 11 for a little bit.
Well, no scoring in the contest for the last couple 2.5 minutes. Henneman rattles it in and out.
Well, and quite obviously the Blue Jackets would like to continue points, but they're happy if they can continue to hold this 13-point lead.
Henneman misses both. The rebound by Swanson. And another foul against the Cardinals. Be a 1-and-1.
I'll go on Georgie. Janice Swanson with 8 points so far in the evening. She averaged, we talked about it, averaged 10 points, 10 boards last year. Actually had that 10 points, 10 boards in the opening game against the Cardinals in the Coon Rapids win last year.
Swanson hits the first, misses the second. She was 0 for 2 on her first trip to the line. Able to get one. Cardinals get the rebound. And up court to Hetwer, now back to Tom. Left side, Grace Henneman puts it on the floor, and she's bumped by Brager.
Well, after just the one team foul for a while for the Blue Jackets, all of a sudden they're up to 5 with 3:09 remaining in the half.
Inbound goes to Sid Caird. Turns against Olander, trying to drive, able to get the hook off the glass and in.
Yeah, Cardinals needed that as well. The offense been a little dormant here, as you talked about.
Nearly a steal, and then Henneman a little too aggressive getting back up. Bumps Olander, and that'll get a foul. Double bonus time for the Blue Jackets. As much as they have struggled from the free throw line, she's the one you don't want to put there.
Right.
So far, she's been pretty good. Able to get the roll this time. And she's able to hit them both. 27-13 in favor of the Blue Jackets. Cross-court pass stolen away by Swanson. Another opportunity with numbers. She traveled, waited for the defense to slide by, and she shuffled her feet. I think that's the right call for sure. It was the right idea, but long pass tipped by Olander. Olander recovers. She is stripped by Hetwer, and it's out. Oh, I thought they were going to say it went out off of the Blue Jackets, but the
just taking a look
Cambridge
at that.
Isanti will keep a nice defensive play.
I don't know. I think it did. I think it did go off the Cardinals. I think got a hand on it.
I'm surprised there was no foul. It looked like she got quite a bit of hand in that sweep, but Olander up top. Shefforgan on the left side against Rowan Tom. Spinning back to her left. Support comes. She kicks it out. Three-pointer from the corner for Larkin won't go. Swanson had it, and Tomway had a piece of it on the floor, tied up, and whistles blow. And did they rule that it was tied up there? They must have. Inbound, Shefforgan, quick three is good.
One of the things Coach Wico said is we have to know where she is on the court. From the outside, so dangerous from the perimeter. You saw there dropping that three.
Trap comes, Tom in trouble. Out off of Olander, so Cardinals will keep it. 1:44 remaining in the first half. And Tomway inside. Holland turns and scores.
And that's what the Cardinals need to do. They need to get those easy buckets if they're going to try and climb back into this game. But obviously stops on defense are really important.
Well, Cambridge, after a little bit of a slow start on offense, has put together some nice spurts and started to run away with this one, up 15 late in this first half. Holland kicks it back to Tomway. Her pass taken away by Olander. Leaves it off. The three-pointer for Larkin is off the iron, and a nice save by Shefforgan right to Olander, and gets it back now from Larkin. Olander drives, blocked away out of bounds by Tomway. Under a minute remaining in the opening half. Sid Caird, great defensive work against Swanson. Swanson thought she had position, and Caird blocked her over the top. Inbound, Shefforgan, quick shot off the glass and in. Holland to Henneman. Jump shot is short. Rebound Olander. Olander looking to pass, will then run. Henneman tipped it away right to Sid Keir. Long pass ahead to Holland. Holland walked about a mile, but they don't call it. And she will get the basket on the little reverse layup.
Yeah, it's surprising they don't call that. There's the officials right there, but they felt that she didn't take that extra step. But
Henneman a body check on Olander in the backcourt. And that'll get you a call every time.
Yeah.
Olander will get another couple tries from charity strike. Olander misses the second one. Holland collects the rebound. Coon Rapids an opportunity. One last shot here, down to 7 seconds. Kerr get it back. Shot is short, and Tomway a basket and a foul with under a second remaining in the half.
Yeah, it's a great way to end the half for the Cardinals. Obviously in a bit of a hole here, down 33-19. But again, good job staying with it. And Tomway able to get that rebound and the infraction, trying to make a three-point play here.
And she's able to convert. Cardinals convert on both of their three-point plays, but they are down huge as we reach the half. It's 33-20. We'll take a short break, get some halftime reaction after this. You're watching live coverage of girls high school basketball on CTN.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to Cambridge Isanti High School. You're watching CTN's live presentation of girls high school basketball. We're at the break, 33-20, Cambridge over Coon Rapids. I'm here with head coach Tom Wico, the Cardinals. And Tom, your first half of your first high school game as a head coach for the Cardinals under your belt. Talk a little bit about your thoughts on what you saw that went on in that first half of your squad.
Just a lot of craziness and playing too fast. We got to do a better job of just slowing down and controlling the ball, not being careless with it, because a lot of their points came in transition and free throws, which is another thing that we did a little too much of.
Nicole got in foul trouble in that first half, so out of the lineup. What do you talk to the girls about during the break, and then obviously incorporating her back in the offense to start the second half?
I think one we have to execute what we're trying to do on offense. That's the big thing, and I think we have the advantage inside. We've had a lot of chances. We just have to finish them at the rim. So the other thing is on defense, it's just making sure that we're talking and one and done as far as them shooting.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back with stats and highlights from the first half right after this. Cambridge Isanti High School. The Blue Jackets, a nice spurt in that first half to pull away and open up a nice sizable lead, and they get to the locker room up 13.
You know, Coon Rapids did the early scoring. Nicole Post in the post had the first 4 points of the game, but unfortunately, as you talked to Coach Wico about, got into some foul trouble and spent most of that first half on the bench, and a couple of good long sustained runs by the Blue Jackets. They went on an 11-0 run at one point, another 10-0 run. And those were pretty much back-to-back, so a 21-3 spurt in the middle of that first half that really established their lead.
Well, and they did such a nice job of converting turnovers into points, and really that's what they're able to build that lead. And as Coach Wico talked about, there's things that they need to do in this second half to clean up, and certainly nothing less than making sure you don't turn the ball over as much as you did in that first half.
Well, we hope to get a little reaction from Cambridge Isanti head coach Jody Liedall before we get the second half underway, but we will have that for you next on CTN.
Watching your favorite Cardinal sports live is getting even easier. Whether it's CTN Cable Channel 859, the CTN Facebook and YouTube pages, or now live on our Twitter page. You choose how you want to watch Cardinal Nation. With CTN, you'll be able to catch all the big plays, all the emotion, and all the fun of Coon Rapids sports. CTN Coon Rapids, stay connected.
Back at Cambridge Isanti High School, we've been watching CTN's live presentation of girls high school basketball. 33-20 is the score in favor of the Cambridge Isanti Blue Jackets. Here with head coach Jody Liedall. Coach, things went well. I mean, there are certain things I'm sure you worked on, but you guys did a really nice job off transition, creating turnovers and then scoring off those turnovers.
Yeah, I was really happy with how aggressive we were. I thought everybody was anticipating well. We talked about taking a pass away, but understanding what that next pass or that next rotation was, and the kids did a really good job with that.
Well, any kind of adjustments that you guys want to make here in this second half?
We need to be more efficient when we do have to run our half-court offense. We're good in transition, we're good in those turnovers, but we got to get a little bit more patient and finish at the rim a little bit better in half-court.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second. We're going to take a quick break and be right back with the second half right after this.
Season opener for both of these squads. Coon Rapids had the early lead, but got into some foul trouble early and not able to keep pace with a fast Blue Jackets squad. Went on a couple of runs and able to get to the second half, up by 13. Coon Rapids the first possession here in the second half. Macy Holland kicks it out. Ella Georgie fumbled it, got it back to Holland in the post. Works hard, gets the foul on Olander, and will go to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, the Cardinals would like to create here and make things happen. Obviously, down by 13 points. And certainly not a mountain to climb, but a fairly large hill to get over if they want to get back to this game, but plenty of time.
Well off the mark. And able to get the second one to fall. And one of the things that they did not do very well, the Blue Jackets in the first half, was free throw shooting.
Right.
Left a lot of points. They could have increased that lead with how many fouls Coon Rapids committed. Taking their time, being patient like Coach asked here in their first possession of this second half. Shefforgan nearly had it stripped. Holland goes to the floor, gets the tie up. Was keeping her feet off the floor, was trying to call timeout. Thought she had possession, but called a jump ball. And the ball stays with Cambridge Isanti.
Just did a nice job of taking the ball away cleanly.
Olander looking for room on the left side. Now slows down, faces up against Tom. Swanson back to Shefforgan, and now Olander to the baseline. And she traveled before dishing it to Swanson. And an early turnover, and you talked about it in that first half. Both teams, a lot of turnovers, somewhat to be expected game one of the season, but obviously something both coaches would like to see get a little better. Care gets her own rebound and able to put it back up and in.
Well, Sid did a really nice job of making sure she followed her miss. Lead is at 10.
Brager up top to Shefforgan. Shefforgan. Left side, Hennon. Little pump fake. Weighing her options, now puts it on the floor, runs into post. Gets the foul, won't go to the line to shoot two, and is this going to go against Nicole Post or Sid Care?
Care.
Okay.
So it'll be her first, team first.
What's the second up on the board? Hennon hits the first. And she's able to hit them both. Good balanced scoring for Cambridge Isanti in the first half. They had 9 points from Swanson and Olander and 8 points from Shefforgan. Rebound running the other way is Swanson. And she's able to get it to roll around and down.
Yeah, she almost didn't get the roll. It looked like it may go out, but then came back in. There's a walk. It'll be interesting to see how Nicole Post plays offensively here in the second half, playing with three persons. You know, can she be as aggressive as she likes to be? I think they're putting her out on the wing too, a little bit more on the offensive end to maybe keep her away from some of that stuff inside and let her shoot from the outside.
3-point for Shefforgan is good. Her second from beyond the arc, and she's got 11.
She has 11, and Swanson has 11 here so far tonight.
Out of bounds, it'll stay with Coon Rapids. And again, we see the Blue Jackets do just a great job of getting their hands in passing lanes and creating some chaos, keeping the Cardinals from getting passes through. The shot by Post is over the mark. Olander, the rebound, and that's a penalty or a foul you just can't take.
Yeah.
Especially when you already have three.
Yeah, and
Nicole Post picking up her fourth here early in the second half.
And it was literally right in front of the official. She's going to miss this opportunity here, and then you're going to see she comes in there and tries to slap the ball and got contact.
Hennon on the right wing, pass a little too high. Olander will recover, but in the backcourt. And that's a backcourt violation. And another turnover by the Blue Jackets. And Tombway recovers, gets it to Sid Care. Care driving with the left hand and scoring.
Yeah, Sid's nice. Got nice opportunities from underneath. We've seen a couple of drives to the basket that she's been able to convert. And she has 7.
Shefforgan lost the handle, but it went right to Brager. Back up top, Swanson blocked by Post, who recovers it herself. Rowan Tom slowing things down and bringing it into the front court for the Cardinals. Jenny and Tombway right side. Sid Care puts it on the floor. Down low to Macy Holland, kicks it out. Post lost the handle, but recovers. Into Holland. Holland turns and shoots. It goes off the mark, out of bounds off the Cardinals. And it'll be Cambridge Isanti basketball. 15-point lead for the Blue Jackets here, 14 2:20 to play in the second half. Brager, right side, finds Hennon, or Scheffergen rather, hands it off. Olander, open look from 10 feet, and she knocks it down.
Yeah, you talked about the balanced scoring. Now that's her 11th point. They have 3 players with 11 points here in this basketball game, and you can, if you have that kind of balanced scoring and that you do such a nice job defensively in terms of turning the ball over, and you can be able to convert, you've got a pretty good make us to a good basketball team. And again, you know, first game for both squads. Obviously, trying to work some things out, but that's efficient basketball for the Blue Jackets. Make sure you catch us out on YouTube. We're live, of course, there with you can get all of our community events and things that we do, replays, and make sure you check us out. Not only are we live on YouTube, but of course we're live on Facebook and we're live on Twitter.
You mentioned the Blue Jackets, 3 players with 11 points.
Yep.
They have 4 other players who have scored in this game, a combined 9 points. But you talk about it, usually you look at teams, if they have one strong player that can carry them a long way. If they have 2, they can go even further. When you have 3 players that can consistently score together, Sid Kerr recovered the loose ball, got fouled underneath, will go to the line and shoot 2. When you have 3 girls who can score like that, you got an opportunity to do something special.
You really do. You know, 3 players in double digits is excellent for any program.
Kerr able to hit the first. And Kerr hits them both. She's got 6 of the Cardinals' 7 points in this second half.
Yeah, and she's got 10 for the game.
Olander backs out away from post. Picked up by Kerr high on the right side. Tries to drive, kicks it back out in the corner and gets it back. And now Larkin up top. Into the corner for Hennon. Hennon's pass taken away by Rowan Tom.
That's the Cardinals' need. They had stops on defense and now conversions on offense.
Right side, Jenny and Tomway, her pass taken away by Swanson.
Again,
And then Olander nearly coughed it right back up. Instead, Terwilliger on the baseline. Short jumper rolls across the top. Rebound tip to where Kerr can recover, get it to Tom. Holland steps up. Pull-up jumper is good.
Yeah, nice job by Macy just to find that little spot in the defense and able to step up and create a shot. She has 9.
Olander steps into the paint and hits the running jumper. 44-29.
That time defense led her into the paint.
Holland to post behind the defense, and she scores uncontested.
That's her 6-point. Of course, she missed a good portion of that first half with 3 fouls.
Well, and again, she scored the first 4 points of the ballgame. Swanson against post, swatted away out of bounds.
Yeah, good job by Post, even playing with 4 to make sure she didn't get any contact.
In the paint, a little hanger for Olander is good.
Now she's up to 15. And the Cardinals are going to turn it over.
Yeah, Olander has scored the last 6 for Cambridge Isanti, leads all scorers with 15. Hennon will get it back to her at the top of the key. Right side to Williger, back to Olander. High post for Swanson, out to Larkin. Into the corner, Hennon will pump fake back to Terwilliger, and around they go. Olander put it on the floor, back into the corner for Hennon. Down low, found Larkin. Not a shot that had any chance of going, and then a tie up on the rebound. It'll be Coon Rapids ball. Henneman had it tipped away and out of bounds off of Henneman. Another turnover for the Blue Jackets. Terwilliger, Sheffergan for 3. She hit another one.
Yeah, they do a nice job of moving the ball around the perimeter, and she's just open from the wing.
Her second of the second half, third of the ball game, and she's got 14. We're on Tom trying to get through the double team. Ball loose. Holland and Olander tie up. Arrow favors the home team. $18-point lead, biggest of the ball game for Cambridge Isanti. Down to the final 10 minutes of this second half. Sheffergan wants another one. This one short, the rebound to post. But then the pass to Tom was going out of bounds. She saved it. And then comes back in and gets the steal as she rips it away in front of Larkin. One too many passes for the Blue Jackets.
Yeah, and there are actually 3 defenders or 2 offensive players there. Just couldn't find any space.
Holland to post, turns and scores.
And that certainly is where Nicole Post is at her best, is underneath. Is she able to use her size?
Especially when she can get it and quickly turn and shoot. Not a lot of teams that are going to have somebody in a matchup with her eye to eye. And just a junior. Still a really young basketball team.
It is.
All 4 of their captains are juniors. I believe only one senior on the roster, and that's Grace Henneman. Good passing here for Cambridge Isanti. Good pressure defense, though, by the Cardinals. Sheffergan's shot wouldn't go. Swanson's follow wouldn't either. Terwilliger is fouled, and Post is done for the night.
Yeah, it's a relatively quick exit for Nicole Post. Going to foul out with 8. That only gives her 4th. They must have called. We thought they called one on her. Maybe they called it on somebody else because they just announced her 4th.
So she'll be replaced by Ella Georgie. And Post still has some time then. Terwilliger able to hit 1 of 2. Macy Holland turns into pressure but finds Henneman at the back door. She's fouled by Peyton Larkin and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Larkin coming in a little late defensively, tried to make up for it, but got body contact.
And his first is off the mark. And the second one is short. Empty trips to the charity stripe.
Oh, when you're down
always
big.
a cause for concern.
Yep.
We talk about it so often, just inability to cash in on free points is typically very costly. Good rotation by the Blue Jackets. Back out. Olander steps in. Back to Sheffworgan. And now Olander from the charity stripe is off the rim. Good save by Sheffworgan, but right to the Cardinals. Rowan Tom ahead for Macy Holland into the corner. Sid Kerr for three. That's off the mark. Georgie is there. She will go to line to shoot two.
Georgie obviously with some size as well.
Yeah, she's going to be a force.
Yeah.
They've got a freshman, Alex Schmidt, I think it is. It's not her. I don't know. There was a freshman I was talking to Coach Wico about at practice the other day. I think it's Alex Schmidt. She's listed at 5'9". Looks like she plays a little bit bigger than that, but adding to the size and skill on the front line for the Cardinals. Georgie able to hit one of two. Pass inside, tipped away by Georgie, but right to Gagne, and she puts it home. Smart play there. Oh, she did not get it off of the Cambridge player.
She threw it out of bounds.
We're trying to let it bounced it off of Olander, who was guarding her tightly, but
yeah, Coach Wico showing a little bit of frustration after that. Timeout is called on the floor.
7:23 to go, second half. Blue Jackets by 18.
Now, certainly a tough start for Coon Rapids here to start the season.
Well, and they knew coming in this would be a challenge.
Yep, they did.
Section rival that's coming off a pretty good season, brings back a lot of that team that was 16-10 last year, a very senior-dominated roster, where the Cardinals come in with just one senior, but a pretty talented junior core.
Yeah, they do. They coming in, they expected their experience to play a big part in this season, but they also want to mix in a little bit of some of the younger players as well.
Blue Jackets setting up on offense. And we have definitely seen them be more patient in this second half. A lot of points in transition in the first half. Sheffworgan's three-point attempt is off the mark, out of bounds off of Olander. Pass tipped by Brager, out of bounds. Cardinals maintain control, but those long cross-court passes.
Yeah, those are dangerous.
With how quick this team is to get hands in on passing lanes, just tough to complete those long passes. Holland into Georgie. It bounced away from her, but she was bumped by Gagne. Inbound to Georgie, down low to Holland. Turns, shot won't go. Henneman's follow was blocked away out of bounds. Cardinals get another chance.
Well, Macy had three defenders on her and still was able to create a little bit of an open space.
Georgie out to Kerr. Jump shot is short. The rebound controlled by Sheffworgan, and she will head up court for Cambridge Isanti. She likes that spin back to her left. Kicks it out. Olander going to be called for the charge. Grace Henneman taking the bump for the Cardinals. Nice smile on her face as she got back to her feet.
That will be the sixth team foul on the Blue Jackets.
And Cardinals just three in this second half. They've been much more disciplined. the passing, we've seen just a lot of passes have just been risky. Passes that you want to find cleaner passing lanes, but the shot was off, and then Georgie going to be called for the foul, as soon as we're talking about them being more disciplined on fouls. She gets called for her third as she tries to get back to the rebound. Good passing to get through the pressure. Good hand by Ella Georgie. Macy Howland on the run. Pass a little behind Henneman and take it away by Brager. Brager pressured by Henneman all the way back to midcourt. Olander, left side. Squared up against Kerr, gets it to Sheffwergan. Short jumper by Gagne is off the mark. Rebound controlled by Kerr, just took it away from Kelsey Carls and runs up floor. Trying to cut through the defenders, able to draw a foul. She'll get to the line to shoot two.
You see the score 52-34 in favor of Cambridge, 5:19 remaining in the contest.
Kerr able to hit them both. She's had a nice second half.
She really has.
Swanson's pass, tipped, deflected, batted around. Knight able to track it down for the Blue Jackets. Olander, cross court, open look for Brager, and she knocks down a three.
Yeah, they've been efficient from outside the arc tonight. One of the main reasons they've been able to increase that lead.
And then the swarming defense comes up with another steal. Olander drives, shot is short. Swanson's try won't go. Another chance wouldn't go. Tied up by Kerr. Good defensive play by Sid Kerr to tie it up, and the Cardinals will get the ball back.
See it again is after that defensive takeaway. Swanson had at least two opportunities.
Kerr a little frustrated there as Kerr just trying to keep from throwing her to the floor. Kind of wrapped her up. Kerr inside a group of defenders puts it up and in.
Yeah, she has 13 on the evening.
Well, I don't think they gave her credit for the last free throws, so actually I think she has 14. I think.
Unofficially.
Unofficially, yeah. Of course. Hennon can't find room in the lane. We'll kick it back up top to Knight. We'll give and go. Knight will give it back to Hennon. Hennon able to toss it up. Can't get it to fall, but does get the foul. Won't go to the line.
Yeah, she did get the look.
Just over 4 minutes remaining. Well, she actually did a really nice job to avoid traveling. She caught the ball kind of funny. Able to stop her feet and keep herself from traveling, and then just kind of toss it up, draw the foul, get to the line.
Well, you talked about, Joe, one of maybe the weakness here for the Blue Jackets has been free throw shooting.
Yeah, their free throw shooting has been not outstanding. It's been a little bit better here in the second half, but that's their first empty trip to the charity stripe of the second half, but had a couple of empty trips in the first. Driving and putting it up and over was Olander, and the ball out of bounds off of Hennon. Cardinal ball.
You know, those are one of the things that obviously that Coach Lito will work on in practice is, got to make sure that they hit your free throws, because in a game that's closer than this one, it really can mean the difference in a win or a loss.
Kerr trying to get it underneath. Hennon is fouled by Brager. And that kind of saved the Cardinals because she was already off balance and in a bad position. It was not really where they wanted to be, but Brager couldn't help it and kind of ran her over. It'll put Henneman at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Broger, that's number 4. Henneman able to hit the first, earn the second. Second one's off the mark, but right to Kerr. And then she went right up into Swanson and got it taken away. Shefforgan's jump shot off the glass won't go. Rebound tipped around, controlled by Kerr. Kerr will wait for help. Get it back to Rowan Tom. Pressured by Knight. Left side for Hetwer. Up top for Sid Kerr. Kerr back to Hetwer. Nice driving slash and a good look from Kerr to find her.
And those are some of the things when your offense is working. Those are some of the things that Coon Rapids has done right here this evening.
That one dangerously near midcourt, but Olander able to secure it. Left side for Knight. Ayana Knight for Shefforgan. Showing off the hands underneath pass. Great dish and a great finish by Swanson underneath.
Yeah, well, Swanson, we talked about it in the beginning of this game. Just a really nice player from underneath the basket.
Jump shot for Kerr won't go. Knight the rebound, and she wants to run. Knight gets the foul and won't go to the line to shoot 2.
Coach Alito said strength of our game is create opportunities in half and three-quarter court pressure to turn defense into offense, and we've seen that tonight.
Ayana Knight misses the first one. Nicole Polk's going to check back in here. 2:02 to go.
She'll check in with her 4 personals. Big shout out to Deb Peterson, the former coach, who's watching a little bit here this evening. Just got a message from her saying that Joe Yund is better than ever.
Well, we know that wasn't the content of the message. Pass tipped by Olander, taken away by Swanson. Olander on the run will slow things down. Knight up top for Shefforgan. Again, that spin to the left. This time Cardinals were ready for it. Olander backs away from Tom. Knight at the top of the key, and now Hennon. 90 seconds remaining. Swanson on the left side to Olander up top. Her shot, a little too much on it, over the top for Sydney Kerr. Kerr, long pass to Henneman into Post. Post in a lot of traffic. She's fouled by Knight before getting it out to Hetwer. And so Post will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Nicole with 8 points, looking to see if she can hit these 2 to go to double digits. She missed obviously a lot of time in that first half.
And the second.
And I was going to say,
really?
and part of the second half as well in foul trouble.
Certainly not the start she wanted to her junior season. I almost said senior and then went, no, wait, she's only a junior. She's been around, though. She's gotten varsity time since her freshman year. And she misses the front end of the 1-on-1. The rebound by Swanson. Full court pressure from the Cardinals. Hennon pushes it ahead for Knight on the left side. Under a minute remaining now. Olander trying to find her way in, and she does.
Beautiful
scores.
move. She leads all scorers with 17.
Ronton's pass taken away by Olander, and she's right back at it. Waits for Holland to clear and scores again. Seven straight points for Cambridge Isanti. Post at the other end. Left-handed hook won't go. Gets her own rebound and scores with the right-handed hook instead.
Yeah, again, using her size, she's able to gain that rebound and again turn around and put it home. And
hard collision near midcourt, and that's how Post is going to pick up her fifth. Going down hard.
Yeah.
This will put Schifforgan at the line for a 1-and-1, and she hits the first. And she hits them both. Macy Holland quickly to the other end. Shot is off the mark. Rebound tipped on the floor. Tied up. Possession arrow favors Cambridge Isanti with just 3.7 left.
Now the Cardinals will drop the season opener. 64-43. That'll be the final.
So yeah, 19 for Olander, 16 for Schifforgan, and 13 for Jana Swanson.
Yeah, that's some balanced scoring from some of your better players. And the Blue Jackets did a nice job from start to finish. They earned this victory.
Coon Rapids a little bit better in the second half at keeping, at least answering Cambridge Isanti every time down the floor. Went a little more back and forth. Cambridge able to push the lead a little bit higher right at the end, going on a little bit of a run. They got some big three-pointers to help stretch that lead, but they win this one by 21.
Yeah, and again, they're impressive really at both ends of the court defensively, doing a nice job of getting in the passing lanes, knocking things away, and taking opportunities away from Coon Rapids. And once they did that, they were able to convert and score and get offense from defense. And they earned that first win with that 64-43 win.
Well, and while the Cardinals would have loved to come in here and done a little bit better, they knew they were up against this tough section rival, and you have to start somewhere.
You do.
As do we. Just getting the winter schedule rolling. Girls hockey coming up on Saturday, live from the Forum against the Buffalo Bison. Boys basketball next Tuesday. Same matchup, other gender. Boys basketball opening the season, Coon Rapids against Cambridge Isanti from Coon Rapids. And then girls basketball next Thursday as the Cardinals host the Elk River Elks. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score from Cambridge Isanti is the Blue Jackets 64 and the Cardinals 43. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us, continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.